In 1976, Finnish pianist and composer Olli Ahvenlahti released his second album as a bandleader, The Poet, and from it, the track Ara. Kind of a Shadows vibe, a la Lonnie Liston Smith. Or a Bubbles vibe, a la Herbie Hancock. A lot like Shadows, actually. It's built around kind of a a circular bass ostinato in F sharp once again. Got the like liquidy, watery keyboards and the chimes. That diamondy glisten, like sunlight, setting sun on the water type atmospherics of the keyboards, mixed with the chimes, mixed with the smooth bass. Few subtle key shifts like here, and then we got this bridge part. The brass taking just a little bit of command right there. Pekka Pöyry on soprano saxophone, and drums by Esko Rosnell. And tenor saxophone, Eero Koivistoinen. Yes, a very important name. A guy who led a lot of albums during the time period. Both with his, several of his, had many ensembles in his name, and as well as a solo artist during the period, and trumpet by Markku Johansson. That bass line just kind of is like wiggling around in the key of F, just hitting a few notes, going up and back down. And now finally, suddenly we change pattern. Now we're doing some different movements in the same key, of course, with the bass. More fluid tone. Some kind of like effects pedals being employed here. Wah, wah, wah. It's got kind of like a, sounds like a wah-wah bass or something. Or it sounds kind of like envelopes, the kind of sound you can get if you're moving the wah pedal really slowly. That cymbal mist is really important around here too, like spraying everything. Because because it's so minimal in this section. Okay, and we've got two keyboard layers going on, both by our guy Olli, who plays piano on the, okay, not on this track really, electric piano, Fender of course, synthesizer, that's all they say, and organ. Yeah. I'm hearing like synthesizer, like kind of luminous rising in the background, as well as electric piano more in the forefront. It's interesting, the drummer on this album, Esko Rosnell, the same year supposedly has a vocal credit on the 1976 album Open Ear by Heiko Sarmanto. Yeah, another good album. That album also has Pekka Pöyry on it, so there's quite a bit of crossover. Makes sense. Now that change right there is perhaps one of the most compelling, probably the most compelling part of the track. And I just love the diamondy tone of the key of the Fender and the way that the drumming is just doubling up on the notes. That C note that's thrown in there, not a C chord, just a C note. That choice landing right there. Oh, hear the shimmery, well, just like the luminous kind of glow of that synthesizer in the background as it swells up behind everything. Influenced by Lonnie Liston Smith. It's hard to imagine it not being so. That bridge part right there is like the real hook of the track. It's the main earworm. It's the part I always think about when I think about the track, and that's unique to the track. And so give him credit. He's off the hook. We'll hear that fast, rapid, fluid bass toward the end, just moving ever faster, just all flutter. Yeah, that was Aura by Olli Ahvenlahti. Yes, from his 1976 album, The Poet His second album is a band leader, following up on his 1975 release Bandstand, both released on Love Records. Yes, Love Records. Quite a veritable Finnish label of the 1970s. It put out titles by Pierpauk, Wigwam, and Juice, Leskinen, Hector, and a whole lot of others. And Olli Ahvenlahti, let's see, performances, goes back to the early 70s, born 1949, so he was 26 when this album was recorded in early 1976. And he appeared in the early 70s. Oh, in 1972, he appeared on two albums that I've covered on this channel already. Juka Haru's Information. Kalevala's People No Names. Yeah, I've done two tracks apiece from those albums, and just a couple of months ago. And on into the decade, he appeared on the Reflections album by Charlie Mariano. And 1975, the year before this, appeared on the Unisono record, and yeah, he was in that band too, with Pekka Pohjola and Reino Lane and Nono Soderberg, who also put out a really good solo album in 1976. Similar vein as this on a hi-hat, yeah. So, yeah, it's great to see all these jazz rock greats of Finland so close to one another, like a musical guild. Anyway, and it's great to hear the kind of quiet storm, slow groove, cosmic funk sound make its way over to Scandinavia so soon, just like a year after Lonnie Liston Smith and Cosmic Echoes were like laying the ground. Herbie Hancock on Manchild, yeah. For more Rubies and Sapphires from the first two albums anyway by Olli Ahvenlahti and the other jazz rock guys from Finland that I was mentioning, see the directory of albums by Finnish artists linked in the description below for Red Hot Tracks and Purples from more than 700 albums by hundreds of artists from Scandinavia during the 70s and early 80s. Yes. Finland, Sweden, Norway, Iceland, Denmark. No. Like and subscribe, follow me on social media, share the video, and leave a comment if there are any observations you have about the track we just heard, the layers, the atmosphere, the interplay, the sections, what was the best moment, who had the best instrumental bit. And until next time, this is Zaragon, the world's most ear-traveled trimaximalist, signing off.